right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to D's Divinity, D's Divine Tarot. Thank you for joining in with me today. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome back to all the former subscribers and welcome to all the new subscribers. Once again, thank you all for joining in with me today. As you see from the title of the video, we're going to go ahead and dive into this beautiful Moonology episode 4, is it? Which is crazy. So anyways, if you haven't already, please do check out the description box. You know, it goes without saying, the messages and the readings are intended to be timeless. Time and energy are fluid, meaning you could have already gone through this, may currently be going through this, and or this may be a prophetic message to come if you decide to embrace and embody the energy or advice that Spirit has for you within the reading or readings. Now, I know we are focused primarily on the particular moon cycle. However, like I already said, it is intended to be timeless, y'all. So just because, you know, technically, due to the way that it's set up and how it comes through during the calendar year, you know, it could, for some of you, it could be talking about this particular time. It could be talking about a time to come, right? This could have already happened, like I already said. So y'all just keep that in mind. Everybody's timeline is different. So yeah, so I mean, don't get too caught up on necessarily the time frame, but it's high vibe time for whatever I'm discussing to potentially be going on around this time, and or it may manifest in a future time to come, depending on your intentions and what you have set forth to occur in your life. You know what I mean? So anyways, moving on. I don't want to spend too much time on that. But y'all, they are general. Even though they may apply to you, they may resonate very heavily in your personal life, they still are general messages. So not all may apply to you. That's perfectly okay. Take what does and let the rest fly. It may be a message for someone else. It could be talking about someone to whom you're closely connected, friend, family, or foe. I do not know. Only you know your life. So please don't force that shoe to fit if it doesn't. All right? I'm not responsible for your feet, your toes, nor them currents hurting. You are. If you are self-aware, self-accountable, you will never be led astray. Okay? I promise you. I also do not subscribe to gender roles over here. So, you know, I may say he, she still in reference to masculine and or feminine energy. It just depends on what I feel and read intuitively. We all have them both within us. So again, apply it where it lies. Otherwise, let it fly. All right. I'm big on numerology, whether or not I call it out. But if and when I do, I intend for it to possibly resonate with your life path number, maybe even the day or month you were born. Maybe even talking about the house in your natal chart that you want to pay particular attention to and the energy therein, okay? Yeah, I think that's about it, y'all. If you have any questions, let me know, all right? So let's get into a quick word of prayer before we dive into this, because I was just about to just go for it. To the Most High, heavenly and divine, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, I come to you saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much for your time, attention. Thank you for this day. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear and open channel to bring forth the messages to the collective, straight, no chaser, clear, no chaser. Thank you for the voice, the tongue, the words, the insight, the downloads. Thank you for the clarity. Thank you for the peace of mind, the balance, the stability. As always, I pray that you allow this word and these messages to uplift, enlighten, heal, strengthen, protect, nurture, nourish, whatever the viewer may need at the time of viewing. And may it play out in their lives as I know you will allow for the highest good of all involved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I leave room for you to come through even more powerfully if it need be, and just allow us to be balanced enough and open and vulnerable to receive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Remove me, remove ego. Allow it to be a clear and open and honest message. The whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. For that and all the other blessings I come and ask and give thanks yet again. Ashe, Ashe, Asheo. Alrighty, y'all. So let's get into a little bit of background. So at the end of January, we were coming off of the last quarter moon, which was in Scorpio, and now we are approaching this new quarter moon. What's that mean? The new moon. I'm trying to mix the two together. So the new moons, I feel like something very, I was getting ready to say magnificent, but very potent. It's something about this energy between this and upcoming within this next week with the new moon and the first quarter moon, for me to try to mix those two together. But anyway, we're heavily focused on the new moon in this video, which is going to be occurring. And again, y'all, I meant to say in the intro or the disclaimer that I'm utilizing the Eastern Standard Time, so it will likely be different. Like the signs may even be different for the signs that I'm getting ready to call out, and as well as the time. Okay, depending on where you are in the world, which is why I say always these are intended to be timeless, because everybody's on a different timeline, like quite literally as far as time zone, and figuratively or spiritually as far as where you are in your life and along your journey. Okay, for those of you that is for and that know, you know. If you're not quite there where it's registering yet, it's okay, you'll get there one day, you know. But basically, so I said all that just to say that what I call out, for instance, the new moon is going to be occurring in or around the first for those of you who are in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. Okay, and it will be in the sign of Aquarius, occurring or changing at, what is that, 12:45 a.m. And then it will be moving into the sign of Pisces on the 2nd at 6 a.m. Okay, so that energy, you may even be in Aqua Pisces cusper, especially. Your first and second houses may be important, especially your first. So you may even be a rising, Aqua or Pisces rising, I don't know. And then, or ascendant, okay? Same difference. But, and then, what was I getting ready to say? What was I getting ready to say? There's something significant about that. And any of those numbers that I just called out, it's something about ground zero that I'm hearing right now. I'm hearing Drake too, started from the bottom, now we here. So 0, 4, 5, and 6, and that's even moving in divine order. I'm telling y'all, something significant is occurring within this next week. And at the time of filming, we are actually, I don't know why I'm feeling the need to say this, but we are actually coming off of, or honestly still quite in the energy and vibe of the full moon in Cancer, which has been a lot of emotional release. It's powerfully packed emotional energy, because not only is it a full moon, but it's in the sign of Cancer, which rules, well, vice versa. The moon is the ruler, if you will, of Cancer, or the epitome of Cancer, and vice versa. I mean, you definitely, oh, okay. So you very well, I was going to say, sometimes it can be equated, depending on what deck you're using, it can be equated to Piscean energy. And as I'm saying this, y'all, it's 11:10 on the clock. So there's definitely something with new beginnings. I'm telling y'all, them ones are speaking to me loud and proud. It's something about your first house, your rising, your ascendant, starting something new, moving in order, balance and stability here. 11:11, as I just said that. There's a powerful portal energy I feel occurring this week, or the week, you know, between the new moon and the first quarter moon. Okay. And the first quarter moon, which, stay tuned to next video, it will be in the sign of Taurus. So we're gonna get to that very soon, but that may be significant for some of you, because I told you it's some kind of, for me to try to mix, what I say, new quarter moon or something like that, I don't even know, but for me to try to mix those two together, there may be something significant with this Aqua Taurus, or even Pisces Taurus, something along that line. Okay. because what is Taurus? Generally the second house. Yeah. I mean, it basically rules the second house. You still may have a different sign in your second house, right? But it's still that energy of Taurus affecting that sign. Okay, it's, I'm telling y'all, I can't quite put my finger on it right now, but it's something powerful. So anyway, Aqua affects the calf, shin, ankle, and Achilles. So you may start feeling sensations or, having issues in those areas. Trust me, this too shall pass is what I just heard. But it's just the energy, okay? It's the vibe. So if you start having aches, pains, tingling sensations, some about pin needles, like you may even be getting acupuncture, I don't know, but something about that may be the sensation that you're feeling or you're describing it as. I don't know. I feel like something is opening up in those areas, because I'm telling y'all, with them ones and them, that 1111, that portal energy is powerful. And then Pisces affects the feet, toes, and the pineal gland. So again, same thing. And your feet, your soul is a portal. You know what I'm saying? The soles of your feet, SOLES, that's a gateway and opening. So I highly recommend you, just because of this magnificent energy, either soak your feet, put your feet in the earth. It's something about bringing, because for me to say about that stable and grounding energy, it's a need to balance and to heal those areas. So you definitely may want to do some type of herbal and Epsom salt soak or bath, even to cleanse and re-energize and heal those areas. Okay. And then for me to mention Taurus rules or affects the neck, vocal cords, throat, and your thyroid. So if you truly have any issues in those areas, make sure that you're doing what you need to do to take care of and heal those areas. I think that's all that I needed to really say in regards to that energy. So let's move on into this. And I forgot to mention, but I really don't want to be redundant or repetitive. However, we're still utilizing the same decks. So we will be utilizing the Moonology for your kind of header, if you will, the overall energy and vibe that that you can expect around this time, or whenever it is playing out in your life. And then we will utilize the HERBCRAFTE'S Tarot to get a more in-depth or clarification, verification, confirmation, whatever you may need. And also that will bring forth some of the herbs and the healing properties that you, like I said, for that bath or the soap, that you may want to utilize some of these if you want to bring forth this energy or even clear out this energy. You know what I'm saying? You may want to, or heal whatever is needing to be healed in your life. You may want to utilize these. And then we'll finish up with the Queen of the Moon Oracle, just to wrap it up and see what kind of advice Spirit has for you going forward. Okay? All right. Now, let's get on into it. All right, you guys. So, in beginning with your header here, we have the new moon in Virgo, which is powerful because, it's not Aqua, but it's still the new moon energy, right? And so you may want to, that's why I was getting that little healing vibe and all of that stuff, because you may truly want to get in that and embody that Virgo, that earth energy. That's what I was talking about grounding yourself and all of that. Virgo is the nurturer, the healer, the mother energy, very stable, very resourceful. And the new moon is the perfect time for you to bring forth and really set your intentions of what you want to manifest and what you want to bring into your life. For many of you, I do feel like it's a healing for me to even go into that, of whatever area, whether it's any of the areas that Aqua affects, calf, shin, ankle, Achilles, or what Pisces affects, feet, toes, pineal, and or what Taurus affects, your neck, vocal cords, throat, and thyroid. Okay, especially if you have been having any issues. And this card, as you will see in a minute when I get ready to read from the guidebook, it truly speaks of that. Whatever you may be having issues in is on the rise as far as healing. Okay, and if that's what you sow, if that's what you want to sow or reap the benefits of, however, that's what you need to set your intentions for. Okay, or should. I can't tell you what to do. And it's funny because even in moving into, I had felt the need to show y'all the bottom of the deck energy because it's very powerful. Look at what you got. You still got that new moon energy. This time it's in the sign of Gemini, and that's crazy because some of you may truly be. This is very much so confirmation for those of you who are Virgo moon and or Gemini moon. But it's like you need to speak up. Spirit is telling you to speak up for what it is you truly want, what it is you desire. Be very, very clear in your intentions and what you know what I'm saying, and what you want. And that's why I always pray to leave it open, for even more to come through. You can't put no cap on the divine because baby, they will show up and show out even more so than you ever imagined. So let me get to what it says from the guidebook as far as the new moon in Virgo. Okay. All right, pages 52 and 53. When this card comes up, it's time for you to take stock of your situation. Where are you and where do you want to go? The new moon energy of this card suggests a restart, and the Virgo energy suggests you make that restart a clever one that's simple and well organized. Virgo also has a strong health aspect to it, so if you've been unwell, this card suggests that your health is on the up. Virgo loves clean eating and alternative therapies, so add these into your routines now. However you've been feeling, I'm telling you, whether or not you're having issues, when we get to the HERBCRAFTE'S tarot, watch what I'm trying to tell you. I ain't saying all that for nothing. You know what I mean? So utilize them. Utilize the herbs that come through. I promise you it'll be for your benefit. If the situation is blocked at the moment, it could be that you're overanalyzing things or being too critical. It's time to ask less what someone else can do for you and to think more about what you can do for others. That's why it's telling you a time to give rather than take, okay? So when you're attuning to the moon, it says you can use this, I like to think of them as affirmations, but you can utilize this line over and over as many times as often as you need to. And I quote, recommit to healthy morning and evening routines, end quote. So that may just be a reminder to yourself to do so. Okay? Recommit to healthy morning and evening routines. That's all about that practicality too. That's what's coming through. All right. Additional meanings for this card. Gradual improvements are coming. Pay attention to detail if you want success. And in parentheses, they have without being pedantic, without being pedantic. I might have to look that up. And then be of service to others, and love and money will follow. The person you're asking about is reliable. The teaching. Virgo is in the sign of health, service, and analysis. Its energy is precise and has a feel of the harvest about it. When this card comes up, it could be that a wonderful bounty is coming your way. However, the energy of the new moon in Virgo is usually about getting your life in order. So that's what you need to do at the time of the Virgo new moon and whenever else you pull this card. And for the new moon in Gemini, pages 46 and 47, and it reads, a successful relationship usually comes down to one thing, communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. And if you're tuning to the moon, it says, write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. This really goes back to that a time to give rather than take. Additional meanings. Time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you, and read more books. The teaching. Gemini is a sign of communication and socializing of ideas and travel, and the energy around it and around this card. And in parentheses they have, no matter when you pull it. Okay? So, Gemini is a sign of communication and socializing of ideas and travel, and the energy around it and around this card is speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves a chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered, and they have scattered in air quotes. Daily meditations will help to unscramble crossed wires in your brain. So, what to say to this person. It could be to the Virgo or even the Gemini. It doesn't even matter.
All right, and moving into the tarot, we have the beautiful Three of Fire with Calendula, and then the Eight of Air with Licorice. Right off the top, y'all, it's already giving me that Gemini vibe. That's the Eight of Swords right there. That's also what they say, that mental scramble or whatever that was in air quotes, because that's really what stood out to me. And that's exactly what the Eight of Swords is. It's like that conflict, that overthinking, over analyzing that they were saying not to do, even in the Virgo energy, right? And I'm hearing manipulation. That's what they keep saying. But it's like, I feel like it's more self manipulation. And again, I mean, I be saying it all the time, it's really a reflection. If you feel like somebody's being manipulative, check yourself, so, don't deceive yourself. Don't, look, again, I can't tell you what to do, but try not to have those racing thoughts, right? Creating the conflict and the anguish and the is it a word? Falsivities? That's what I'm hearing. But creating those, the fear, basically, because you overthinking it, overanalyzing it. It's like, no, that's not it. Let it go. And I feel like with this Three of Fire, this is Aries energy for me, typically. It could be any other fire sign for that matter, but this is being patient. That's what's coming through. It's like, because typically we hear waiting for your ships to come in, but it's like, and by ships right now, especially paired here with this Eight of Swords, it's like, I feel like it's the mental ships. That's crazy. But for real, it's like the peaceful ships, the calm ships, moving to a more calmer stream, a more steady stream. And dang, as I just, because when I said stream, I heard streams of income, steady streams of income, and that may be what your mind is racing about. Like, how do you create this for yourself? Because I'm getting with this Three of Fire, like many of you are waiting for your wishes and dreams to come into fruition, which is what that signifies to me. And it's like it's coming, but the more you worry and stress and, I heard veg out, the more you be analytical is not the word. What is the word? I mean, I guess that is part of it. The more you really just are in your head about it, the more you're blocking or delaying it. That's funny. That is so funny. I just talked to somebody about that. But here with this calendula, that's great for like a salve, or even a if you want to make oil. Some of you may have, and if so, this is especially for you. You may have areas on either one of those body parts, as far as your calf, shin, ankle, Achilles area, where there may be like rash or something like that shows up. And I feel like it's more of a stress rash. It could be even on your face, like around your pineal, or even on your neck area, where Taurus affects. It's something about that. And you very well may want to utilize calendula oil or salve or something like that to help heal those areas, okay? Could even be somewhere around your head, not just your pineal gland, but like your hair, your scalp, something like that is what I'm feeling. And in moving into, or looking at the bottom of the deck energy with the Hanged One, burdock, this is powerful, because burdock is an especially powerful detoxing herb. And I feel like, especially for those of you who I said who are overthinking, overanalyzing, this is for you to clear your mind, like literally detox any negative thoughts, any beliefs that really no longer resonate with you, especially those where you are, like I said earlier, manipulating yourself into believing something other than what reality is. You know what I mean? Other than you bringing in your success. If it's anything other than that, if it's anything tearing it down, if it's anything bringing doubt, it got to go. It really got to go. Because I feel like something is deeply rooted within your mental space, and this maybe you may not even realize you're doing it. For some of you, for real. Because with that eight of air, it's like you really can block yourself off. That's that self manipulation, right? You can kind of, because in a lot of the other decks, they have someone who's blindfolded or, tied up or whatever. When in reality, you have the sword, you have the capacity to free yourself if you so choose. And I always say that the eight of swords and the nine of swords both are self-inflicted. You know what I'm saying? Because you, I keep hearing, you got yourself in a mess, you can get out. You can get yourself out some kind of way. Somebody's saying this, like somebody ain't even be saying it. Somebody ancestors really been saying it to you. Somebody coming through with that type of vibe. It's like a no. Oh, and that was like a no bullshit type vibe. Like they just a straight shooter. They not taking the boo hoo woe is me type. That they giving that tough love. But anyway, with this hanged one, this is Piscean energy. Potentially can be. Oh my god. And I'm telling you, y'all, look, it's the one too. I told y'all the new moon is coming through on the first, and then transitioning into Pisces on the second. That's crazy. And then of course the 12 can be a 3, and it will still be in the energy of Pisces on the 3rd. It's something major, especially with this. I mean, this is major arcana coming out as the overall underall energy, which is really what is down deep. Look, for me to even say that, it's like that root, burdock root. I always get that burdock. This particular card, that root reminds me of a person hanging upside down. And generally in most tarot decks, you do have some kind of figure, whether male or female or ambiguous. It's an enlightened one, right? Because a lot of the times this Piscean energy, it's calling for you. It's similar to me as the Virgo energy that I really feel like you need to embody, with that being your header, as far as like taking the time out to get into that hermit energy, or even this hangman energy, to put yourself in time out so that you can go deep and reflect. Because I'm telling y'all, with the root in that cup right there, in that tea, it's like, oh my, it's like, please allow yourself to go deep down, and you may have to pull up some roots, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's, like I said before, stuff that is not serving you anymore, it's not even meant for you, was never your beliefs in the first place. You just adopted or adapted that from someone else. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because I'm getting this vibe of like roots as far as like your ancestry, you know what I'm saying, your bloodline. So it could be generational stuff. I just got through talking to y'all in episode 3 about breaking generational cycles. So that may be truly after you've released, following the Cancer full moon, you are likely, that may be some of y'all's wish fulfillment, right? The ship you waiting to come in, just that mental clarity, that peace of mind, to be free from the drama and the stress and the mental anguish that maybe you feel like you have been. Because I feel somebody has really been suffering from anxiety, maybe even depression. I'm feeling more anxiety than anything, just because of the what did they say, mental scatter. That's what it's just like, you don't know if you're coming or going, you don't know which way is up or down, you don't know, you know what I'm saying, you just don't know. And because of that, you feel like you don't know. That's the thought that keeps you running through your head, you know what I'm saying? And which is creating more. It's like a freaking, you on a Ferris wheel, or a Ferris and Ferris, like you just spinning, you just on a hamster wheel, you know what I'm saying? Like going nowhere fast. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I feel like Spirit is asking for you to really, especially with this hanged one, major arcana, to really take a time out, like put yourself in time out for real. Because I just heard somebody say, get your ass in the corner. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. They silly right now. So anyway, moving into the final messages of advice or guidance going forward And as I said, you have nothing to worry about, because look at here, with the Queen of the Moon Oracle coming out, this 37 potentially being a 10, it is done and done, baby. It is done for you to begin anew. And I'm telling y'all, it's something within ones too, right? But you, like I said in the Three of Fire and the Tarot, your wishes and dreams and whatever you're trying to manifest will come into fruition. This harvest moon, if I'm not mistaken, I believe comes in, don't quote me on this, y'all, but I'm feeling fall vibes. I don't know why, because that's generally when you harvest the crops, or at least a lot of them, like right before winter, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel that's why I said these readings are timeless, because, you know, whatever manifestations, whatever intentions you're setting right now with this new moon, 11:11 on the timer, as I said that, I feel like that will be, you will harvest or see the benefits. You will reap what you have sown now in the fall. I pray that makes sense, or really whenever you see this, because I mean, it could be a rapid manifestation if you're catching this in the fall. I don't know, or maybe you want to go back to, if you journal, especially if you journal. That's why I be encouraging y'all all the time to really keep a journal. Go back to what you were doing around the 1st of February, what you were trying to manifest and calling forth into your life at that time, because that's likely you about to see your harvest. You about to see what you have sown. You know what I'm saying? And look, and it's powerful, because look how it's at her crown. And I'm telling y'all, that's that mental, that's that beauty, that mental abundance of clarity, abundance of peace of mind, just balance and stability mentally. And with that crown, you know, at her crown chakra, it's plentiful downloads, it's enlightenment, right? Now you see why you had to put yourself in timeout. Like I said, you know, you will see. You will also see, I can't help but notice that mask. It's like, it's time to remove that. You don't have to hide from your true, authentic self anymore. Because I do feel like many of you, especially that's why that 8 of air was coming out, because you've been just not being you. You've adopted or adapted someone else's beliefs, or, you know, you tried to live up to somebody else's expectations. I don't know, something about that. Like I said, you probably tried to be somebody you weren't to please your family, because it's something about the roots that's coming back. As you see here, moving into the bottom of the deck energy, it's like every time I see this card, it's like, brought me out of the darkness to the marvelous light. And it's funny because this is the long night moon, and then you got that beautiful, fully lit moon and the harvest moon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you literally coming out of the dark, out of the deep depths of, I'm hearing the abyss. I don't know who that's for, or what that's, you know, why they're saying it like that. But maybe many of you have been lost, really lost, like not even knowing or not even being yourself. Like I said, it's because what Papa Doug, I love how he says, in order to be found, you must be lost, which is true, right? But that's kind of what I'm feeling, and that's generally what that song is talking about. Like, brought you out of the darkness. And with that mask, it's like, I do feel like some of y'all's eyes were covered. I told y'all it's something about not seeing or not being able to see, because like I said, in many of the 8 of Swords, out of a lot of the tarot decks, they're generally blindfolded. So it's like, take that off. You know what I mean? You ain't even got to wear that no more. You don't got to you don't got to hide your true self anymore. It's something about that, all right? All right. And look, what I tell y'all from the get-go, from the channel, the intro, that 4 in that darkness, I'm telling you, it's about you. I just heard finding yourself, but even more still, it's about when you do, how stable you will be in that 4 energy. I'm also getting a vibe of the heart chakra, which is the 4th chakra. It may be, I'm hearing something about the 4th house as well. So Cancerian energy may even have something to do with your mother. or even older sibling. I don't know. Um, yeah, I'm telling you, it's something to do with a lot of y'all's family or something about that, like family tradition, family beliefs, something like that, that maybe you need to step out or away from. You know what I'm saying? Step out of that, because something has been keeping you locked up or feeling locked up or in prison. Yeah, yeah. Um, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know, y'all. But let's go ahead and read what they have for you from these. Okay, I feel like I want to, honestly, because for that song to come up, I feel like I want to start with the bottom of the deck, the Long Night Moon, which is pages 96 and 97. You are entering a time of introversion, a learner time, or a time to turn inward to plan and strategize. I'm telling y'all, that's no coincidence. That's why that Hanged One came out at the bottom of the tarot. Ooh, pay attention, please. It is time to do shadow work, which will bring big dividends later on. Release what no longer works for you, and you can utilize this affirmation. The darkness needs to be there as much as does the light. Once again, the darkness needs to be there as much as does the light. One of the earliest human fears is said to be a fear of the dark. We fear what we can't see, and we fear what may be hiding. In reality, the dark is as important as the light. In nature, there are many nocturnal animals that go about the business of living under the moon, not the sun. The darker times of the lunar and seasonal cycles signal a time to naturally turn inwards, to stay close to home, to look closely at ourselves and to plan for the light. In the northern hemisphere, the long night moon usually occurred in December around the winter solstice. This is when the nights are indeed long and the hours of the sunshine are short. It's cold and people will begin to be snowed in. It is during these long nights we can begin to do our shadow work, undertaking the self-reflection needed to identify what isn't working for us and what might be causing us pain. This could be a bad habit, what I'll say, a destructive pattern, a recurring useless fear, or anything that holds us back from being the best we can be. Once we see these aspects of ourselves in the dark, we can simply decide whether they must go. We can decide to release them once and for all. We get to transform. I love that. And the companion stone or metal, which is perfect, is onyx. And I will, after I finish the next card, read to you the benefits of these companion stones or metals or crystals, okay? So that's onyx, and that's perfect because it will and it can block any negativity, remove, you know what I'm saying, any negativity, anything that's preventing you from growing and continuing to move forward. And you very much so may want to utilize this crystal as well as any of the herbs I've already mentioned to help you in your healing process, because I'm telling you, y'all gonna need it. You're gonna need it, I'm trying to tell you. All right, moving on to Harvest Moon, which is pages 90 and 91. As the seasons turn, there is always a time when all the potential of the spring beginnings is manifest. The crops grow tall and are ready to harvest, and they have done this from a fallow field into which we have planted seeds. The trees have flowered, and now there is fruit to pick. It is time for the harvest. When we are able to bring, the affirmation that you may want to use with this is, I welcome the joyous fruition of all the intentions I set. And I'm telling y'all, it's going to be powerful. I welcome the joyous fruition of all the intentions I set. When we are able to bring something to fruition, whether it be planting a project or a change in ourselves, it is the perfect time to When we are able to bring something to fruition, whether it be planting a project or a change in ourselves, it is the perfect time to celebrate all that we are grateful for and to mark our achievement. We may have worked very hard to bring this new situation into reality. We may have been patient in the way we have worked over time and sacrificed much to make it happen. The harvest moon is the time to be happy about our success and to share it with others. Our ancestors would dance and sing and have community festivals of thanks, all to celebrate the fruition of all that hard work and to thank the gods for their assistance. These times of high energy are also times to really focus on your body, as they can be quite taxing on our systems. If we don't take care, it is often the time we can get ill. This moon normally falls on the moon closest to the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere. That's what I'm telling you, I got that fall vibe. And the companion stone or metal is garnet, which is beautiful, beautiful stone. So give me a minute and I'll read to you regarding onyx and garnet. Wow, look at this, y'all. So look, I go to the index, or what do you call this? I don't even know. Yeah, I think it's the index of, or yeah, the index, to see where these crystals are in the book, right? Onyx is on pages 29 and 66 of this book. And 29 is kind of in the beginning where it's given a brief introduction of, the way you can utilize crystals and so forth and so on. Well, it falls under for contentment. Look how beautiful this coincides. And that's why, I love the way spirit works. Like, for real. They never cease to amaze me. So anyway, it says, Moonstone creates a happy home, so place moonstone crystals liberally around your spaces. Onyx also brings happiness to the home. And did I not just tell y'all, I do feel like with that fourth house energy, it's something to do with your home or your family. I'm telling y'all, it's powerful. Okay, and then moving on to page 66, it says, Onyx is a multicolored layered variety of chalcedony or chalcedony, and it may be black, gray, white, blue, brown, yellow, red, and orange. Astrological association is Leo, and it's great for the base or root chakra. Okay, I kept saying something about them roots, even in burdock root or the hanged one, right? All right, healing qualities. It's good for decision making, get you out of that mental, what they say, scramble. Brings luck and happiness in the home. Physically, it's good for bone marrow and feet. Y'all see that, right? Ain't that what I say, Pisces, right? You can even put this in your soap, okay? If you want to utilize it, or around your space, if you don't want to put it directly into your water. Anyways, emotionally or spiritually, it helps grief and lack of self-control, helps you take charge of situations, good for yin-yang balance. And what I tell y'all from the get-go, I told y'all some of y'all need to be by water, in water, and or put your feet in the earth for grounding and balancing, okay? And this is exactly what Onyx does. So it's good for yin-yang balance, contact with, quote, God, end quote, and connecting you to your roots. Mind you, it's on 66, which 6 is all about that balance, harmony, love, peace, stability. You know what I'm saying? Oh my, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the confirmation and the messages. So moving on to garnet, which is on pages 36 and 37. It is found as a dodecahedral and trapezoidal crystal in combinations, masses, and layered plates. And for whatever reason, they have plates in quotes. The colors include red, pink, udiolite. I'm not sure what that even means. They have that in bold, so I'll look in the glossary in just a second. But pink or red, rhodolite, green, grossulite, grossularite. All these lights, ites, rights are in bold. And again, I will look them up in just a minute. Emerald green, uvarovite, child, black melanite, that's about the only one I can really pronounce. Orange spessartine, red or purple almandine, greenish yellow androdite, and yellow and brown hessonite. Girl, y'all better go on with all these mites and rights. Anyway, for details, refer to the specific crystals. And like I said, I'll just have to, I don't know, I might list them or whatever. But it's astrologically associated with Leo, Virgo, Capricorn, and Aquarius. No coincidence, y'all. It's great for the heart chakra, as I was mentioning before. Some of y'all really want to work with that and utilize it. Healing qualities, it brings courage, creative energy, vitality, abundance, flow, change, and awareness. Perfect. Physically, it helps anemia, arthritis, blood cleansing, detox. Well, it says blood cleansing / detox. Blood flow, low blood pressure, rheumatism, underactive thyroid. Oh my God. Perfect. And deficiencies of iodine, calcium, magnesium, and vitamins A, D, and E. Enhances the health of the bones, spine, heart, and lungs, and balances sex drive. Baby. Emotionally or spiritually, it brings emotional balance, helps depression. Man, I can't make it up, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, it does not. Y'all should know by now. If you don't know, it don't be me when I be channeling. That be straight spirit bringing you the messages, which is why I say in the prayer all the time to remove me, remove ego, and just bring forth what it is they want you to know for whoever it's for. I'm trying to tell y'all, I cannot make this stuff up. Okay, I don't got the time. So it helps depression, chaos, disruption, and emotional trauma. It's good for magic and spiritual devotion. Baby, if y'all don't use... Oh wow, there's almandine right there. It's next. It's a red or purple variety of garnet, and it's astrologically associated with Virgo or Scorpio, and it's It's great for the base, for root, and heart chakras. And I don't think I'm gonna read to you every single one of these, because that would be all day. But for whatever reason, I was drawn to this one, and it's, mind you, these are under the header as far as color, because the way that they have this book set up is like it's like separated by color, which the red, if y'all don't know, is associated with the root or base chakra. So, but again, it also gives other chakras that you can definitely utilize these crystals with, okay, and that they still may be helpful for. But it's interesting that both of these, I mean, it makes sense though, because this is the red or purple variety of garnet specifically. So, but it is helpful for people who work with numbers. It brings youthfulness. Physically, it brings physical energy, enhances the health of the eyes, heart, liver, and pancreas. Helps blood disorders, post-operative healing, and wounds. Y'all. Spiritually and emotionally, it enhances connection to higher self, meditation, rejuvenation, and love. It eases death and dying process, because they said garnet in and of itself helps with that change in it. And what was I reading about the transformation? Was that in fruition? Or no, that was in with the onyx, right? That was in the darkness, right? Either way, it's the same deal. That's the death in it's the whole change and transformation process, right? I don't know. I think for the sake of time, I'm just going to, as I'm reading, you'll see them listed across the screen for the different varieties of garnet in and of itself, because I really don't want to keep you too long trying to look these up and read them to you. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. That is what I have for you. I pray that it resonates. For those of you that it does, you know what to do. For those of you who are new, that means leave your comments and testimonies below. You never know how this may help someone grow, especially and including yourself though. Whether or not someone comes to mind, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, thank you, thank you for doing so. If you want to join me for another episode, you can check the link down below in the description box. I will see you there, and if not, please take care. Until the next one, y'all be easy. Do not forget your love and light. It truly makes everything all right. Deuces.